welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be a reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week of November 22nd to the 28th. Okay, so we are going to start with the White Light Oracle. Take a card, and we will save that for the end of the reading as your final guidance. Okay. Now, let's see here. What are the major themes for Leo as they move through their week? Major themes for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for November 22nd to the 28th. Okay, we've got a whole bunch here. Holy moly, this is a big stack. Okay, believe in the impossible. Look at the bigger picture. I don't think that's come up this week for anyone. Look at the bigger picture and believing in the impossible. Interesting. Work through your fears. A personal issue reaches resolution. You are good enough, and the answers you need are coming. Oh boy, this sounds like a heavy week for Leo. Last week felt heavy for Leo too. Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck here? A time to give rather than take. Wow, Leo, look at all these messages for you. You know, it really feels like Leo's going to be sort of going through something that will seem impossible to them initially, but then it's really going to, I think, empower them. Working through your fears, looking at a bigger picture, and believing in the impossible. These three cards sort of paint a picture to me of Leo learning something about themselves through something that triggers a fear. The working through their fears. Sorry, I tapped on that card. They're going to have to look at the bigger picture to work through their fears, though. I think that's the idea I'm feeling here, is that something is shifting here for Leo, and it's really going to cause the need to look at the bigger picture and work through something that triggers a fear. But that the personal issue is going to resolve. And that you can do it. You got the you are good enough here. So it's not, it's going to be a question of, do you believe in yourself? And is it something that is about you not sort of having faith in yourself, Leo? That's my suspicion. But that everything will work out. It'll just, and it's going to teach you that. It's going to teach you about yourself. It's going to teach you that. Okay, so what messages of support do we have here for Leo as they go through this? Can we know more about this shift? What's happening here for Leo? Oh my goodness, no, okay. Can we start again? That's way too many. It seems like way too many. We need more specific. Thank you. Okay, for Leo. Supporting energies, understanding this shift. Oh boy, that wanted to come out. Okay. All right. And then potential flipped over. What's on the bottom of the deck? Wonders. Wonder popped out the first time. Let's leave that on the bottom of the deck. Oh, Leo. Some really powerful feelings coming up here for me. Let's see. Courage. Forgiveness. Going forward. Oh, Leo. Yeah. There's a new beginning here. And you're being guided to relax, because this could get rough. I think this is going to be a time where Leo needs to be courageous. We see wonders on the bottom of the deck, which makes me think that this is something that's going to really involve you needing to see the bigger picture, the spiritual picture I'm feeling. It's a new beginning, and going forward, I feel like there may need to be a vibe of forgiveness here in order to move past something. Some courage, and to forgive the self, to forgive another party. Yes, but forgiveness is going to help. And there's a stillness that's going to be required here. Some reflection, solitary, relax, sort of energy of acceptance and allowance with this card. like just sort of allowing things to be as they are and accept them, even if that doesn't make sense. That's what I'm feeling for you, Leo. And I feel like this courage card, being courageous as you work through your fears, right? Being courageous as you work through your fears of a new beginning. I think that Leo is going to be facing a new beginning, and they need to be courageous about going forward here on these new terms that are going to, I think, be evident perhaps this week for Leo. Working through your fears, being courageous, having a sense of wonder as you look at the bigger picture for a way to help you, you know, sort of release yourself from this. But a personal issue is coming into resolution. This will end up maybe solving some, you know, something unknown. Maybe there's an unknown impact that this could have, but it's important to be courageous here. Let's see. King of Swords, challenged by the Emperor. Okay, so it seems like having a sense of authority is going to be challenging your ability to make some decisions here. That makes me think that, Leo, you're going to go from being sort of not consulted but on much to highly consulted. So much so that you're actually going to be the one in charge, whereas before you weren't. You weren't the one in charge before, but I feel like you're going to be the one in charge very soon. And that's going to create an obstacle for you to sort of understand what's going on in this new beginning. It's going to create an obstacle for you because suddenly you're needing to make the decisions. You're needing to make all the, you know, the direction here. I don't think it was your responsibility before, and now it's going to be, and it's going to sort of create a challenge for you to be strategic mentally about how to, I think, move forward in this and how to work through your fears. I think that's what's going to trigger your fears. And there's the Devil card. Top of mind for you is, how do I do this? What's my motivation in this? How do I guide myself? Am I going to be guided by my ego or by spirit here? Am I going to want to hide and deny the impact of this, or am I going to be mindful and present and face it and be courageous, right? Or am I going to run from my fears? Am I going to work through them or run from them? The Devil card in this situation makes me think that it's a way of sort of denying the self, you know, staying in a place that's like, I don't know, numbing. You know what I mean? I'm almost getting the idea that that would be top of mind, is like, how do I escape this? How do I not face this? How do I escape this? You know, and what's driving the reading is a completion of a cycle, the world. So something is coming to a close. Suddenly Leo is thrust into the driver's seat. They become confused. They start to question whether or not they can handle this. So they might turn to sort of hiding, not admitting, self-denial practices because of something that's ending that is really triggering your fear. And the Fool, yeah, you're going to be starting a brand new path forward here. And I feel like it may have already sort of, the initiation of it has begun. That you're going to start a brand new path of self-discovery here because you've just closed out a cycle. Like, can you see that the World and the Fool are back to back in a well-shuffled deck after, like, that, the World ends and the Fool begins. That's how they are ordered. I can't believe that they're like that right now for you, Leo. That to me tells me something significant is coming to an end and you're starting over. You truly are having a new beginning, and it's time to be courageous because it's going to involve you sort of facing your fears. You need to be patient with yourself and forgiving. There's temperance. We saw the forgiveness card, and you are moving forward. So it's important to not put too much pressure on yourself, and to remember, we saw here that the answers are coming. The answers are coming, and you are good enough. And so with this temperance card, that makes me feel like You need to believe in yourself and to believe that this is divinely timed. I think this is going to have an impact. The ending of this may be coming to you as a surprise. You know, I feel like that's why we're seeing temperance in that position, because, you know, it's maybe coming as a shock. This is coming out of nowhere, this new beginning. And you're like, oh boy, I need to stay mindful. Like, it's interesting to see the devil and temperance, because to me that suggests that it's spirit versus the ego, right? Like, are you going to run and hide from this, or are you going to face it, staying mindful? It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. This is quite the energy to be sitting, and I feel like Leo is suddenly going to be in the driver's seat, and they haven't been, and it's going to happen suddenly. It's going to happen suddenly. Page of Swords, yeah, it's a brand new beginning, and it's going to be one that's it's going to feel like you're not sure, almost kind of naive at first, because you're not sure. You've never had to be the one to make all the choices and decisions, and now suddenly you are. Now suddenly you're the emperor, Leo. Like, interesting. Yeah, and it's gonna be a bit of a juggling act at first. You're not gonna be sure how to balance things out. You're not gonna be sure how to keep things in balance, because again, I don't think that's been your role. I think you've had a different role, and now suddenly, you know what? I really feel like for some of you this is gonna involve sort of the separation from someone, like in a relationship, someone who was the more of the father figure role, like someone who was really like the leader. I feel like they're not going to be around, and you're going to have to run the show now. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Right after the Page of Swords, we saw the Two of Pentacles, and now the Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning for you, and you are the one in charge now, Leo, and you must believe in yourself, even if you think it's impossible, that you can run this show. You can do it. You know, I feel like this is the beginning of a new chapter for you, Leo. It's really, really interesting. And I think that's your hope and your fear, is that you've always wanted to sort of see how you would do if you were the one in charge, but you're also afraid of it because you've never had to do it. But the answers are coming. You're being guided to work through your fear, and you know, to really look at this in a bigger picture, like to change the way you're going to look at this new beginning, going forward with a new perspective. Now, the final outcome here is the Empress. So that tells me that you're going to be able to create balance, even though you are unsure of yourself. Your confidence is going to return. The creative part of you is going to come alive. This is going to change so much for you, Leo. It's really going to change so much, I feel. And the bottom of the deck, we see the Seven of Pentacles, which is a time of really looking at how you've invested things so far. Like, I feel like it's going to cause a reflection for you, to really see, how have I invested myself so far, and what am I going to do moving forward? How am I going to reinvest myself now that my position has changed, my role has changed? I have more of an active role in decision making, and I need to be able to communicate and speak for myself, because I feel like for some Leos out there, there's a partnership that has ended. There's a partnership here that has ended, and the more decisive partner, the more masculine energy to partner, the more emperor style partner, that father figure energy, that's, I feel like, the one that has left, and now you have to take that on as the Empress. See, the Emperor and the Empress. I feel like the Emperor isn't going to be around anymore with that Empress. I'm sorry to say that, Leo, if this is sudden and it's not expected, but I feel like it's going to thrust you into your truth. And you're going to understand yourself in a whole new way as a result. Oh, feels a little sad. Let's see what your oracle card was here. The telepathy of Terra Mater. Okay, this is a newer deck for me, so I'm going to read to you from the guidebook. This is number 36. Okay, there's such well-worded messages in this book. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of Earth Mother, the Empress, are supporting your soul and journey unconditionally. Follow up on inspired ideas, and allowing for unexpected shifts in directions are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart, even if it seems improbable, believe in the impossible, or unattainable. It will manifest successfully. Earth Mother, or Terra Mater in Latin, is so much more than a physical being. Yes, she is the goddess of the great spiritual development. This is interesting because you did receive the Empress card, and I do feel like this is really a big unexpected shift that is coming to put you in the driver's seat. You know what I mean? The divine feminine, yeah. She knows how to shape her life. She knows how to shape your life path to avoid pitfalls and provide you with all you need to know and experience so you are prepared for your next steps. She is consistently nurturing the soul through improbable evolutionary leaps. Believe in the impossible. Work through your fears and looking at the bigger picture here with courage for this new beginning. Leo, holy moly. This is going to be a big week here. Allow your awareness to naturally settle at your feet again. Rest, play, and express here for as long as it feels good. You have completed your process. You have, indeed. And you may need to rest and play and express, because this is going to, I feel like this is going to change everything here. This is really going to shift everything. Wow. If this resonated for you and you would like a personal reading, you can find my email in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching. And we'll see you again very soon for another reading. Sending you lots of love and light, my friends.